Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So the last update about Unfortunate Love was how Rishi announced his marriage with Malishka after everyone blames Lakshmi for the NGO women's drama. So let's continue from there. Rishi takes Lakshmi to his side. Lakshmi asks him to leave her hand. Rishi says, I have left your hand. Divorce case is filed in court and I have committed Malishka for engagement. How else do you want me to leave you? Lakshmi says, we are married. How can you get engaged? Rishi asks that why is Lakshmi taking out enmity on him? Lakshmi says, I have saved you. Rishi says, I have also saved you. Now the scores are settled. Lakshmi asks Rishi that why do we always save each other? It is because we have right over each other. Rishi asks that what right? Is it the right of you being my wife for 3 months? He says we are just roommates now, and he asks her not to show right on him, and he asks her not to give shocking reaction. He blames Lakshmi for everything, and he asks that what was the need to humiliate Malishka. He says due to your foolishness, I have to promise Malishka marriage even though I would have never married her after you left and to save you the humiliation. Rishi tells Lakshmi that you made fun of our marriage before me. You asked for divorce. He says I had lied and married you, but I never betrayed you emotionally. He says when I was with you and not with Malishka. He says that day when I was marrying Malishka and you had come there, I was dying with guilt and I was feeling bad. He says, look at me. Today I have promised Malishka for engagement and I am not feeling bad and I am not dying inside. I am enjoying thinking that tomorrow is my engagement and I am happy too. Rishi says to Lakshmi that you have forced me to make this drama and says you are cordially invited for Malishka and my engagement. Lakshmi says you cannot get engaged to Malishka. We are married. Our divorce is not yet done. Rishi says who asked for divorce? You. And says when I came to know that you had signed the divorce papers, it was then our divorce was done. Rishi says to Lakshmi that when I became single legally, I will marry Malishka the same day and says this engagement is the assurance for Malishka. He says he would do what he wanted and he suggested to Lakshmi to work in a jewelry store to earn fat commission. He says I will buy jewelry for Malishka from there. Now you have double happiness. Even I am also happy. He says you have happiness of tears in your eyes and in my eyes too. He stops and he goes while a song plays in the background. Lakshmi cries and comes to her room. She recalls Rishi's words that he would marry the same day that he gets single legally. Malishka comes there. Lakshmi looks at Malishka. Malishka says I have disturbed you and he asks her to carry on and says you look good crying. She says I didn't know that you will cry so much and she asks that how are you feeling to insult me? Rishi has pulled the land from under your feet. He blackened your face and he made you the other woman. Malishka says to Lakshmi that Rishi has insulted you and she asks her to take tissue papers and wipe her tears. Lakshmi is about to take the tissue, but Malishka throws the box down. She says, I am liking your tears, your arrogance and your attitude of calling me the second woman and the other woman. Then they are all on the ground. She says it seems like someone has stabbed you and you are feeling hot, and Malishka laughs. Lakshmi says to Malishka that she is hot because Rishi is in pain. She asks Malishka to remember that if Rishi said even once that he is getting engaged to her because he loves her, she says no, Rishi is not getting engaged to you because he loves you. He is getting engaged to you for your respect. She says he told me that I am the reason for his decision to get engaged to you. Lakshmi says Rishi said that he wants to hurt me and that is why he is getting engaged to you. Lakshmi asks Malishka to understand who matters to Rishi and who is in his heart, me or... She says Rishi is a good guy and he has a clean heart and he is doing this for your respect. Malishka asks Lakshmi to keep cat, dog and snake, but she should not have misunderstanding. Lakshmi says I felt good that you know this and says before lecturing me about understanding, learn it because whoever lectures others must have misunderstanding about themselves. Malishka says your ego and your overconfidence will break you. She says you don't have to wait for that because we will be engaging tomorrow. She says your right will not be on Rishi now. She says it is good that you have picked the tissue box and she asks Lakshmi to keep it in stock because her crying days will start soon and she leaves. Malishka opens the door and sees Rishi standing. Rishi looks at Lakshmi and comes behind Malishka. He says whatever happened might not be good. Malishka asks Rishi to relax and says Lakshmi has misbehaved with me since few days. He asks Lakshmi, Malishka says, didn't you see the newspaper? And says, my blackened face. She says, Lakshmi is not like she appears. Rishi says he will make arrangement for their engagement. Malishka smiles. Barney tells Shalu that Rano got a chance to laugh, and Neha told her that she knew about Rishi and Malishka's affair. Shalu says Rishi is now Lakshmi's husband. Malishka calls Shalu. Shalu asks, why did you call me? And she asks if she wants to hear the truth. Malishka taunts Shalu. Shalu says everyone saw what is in your blood. Malishka asks, do you know how to wipe tears? Shalu says she can give tears, and she asks if Malishka wants it. Malishka asks Shalu to do as per her status and says that tomorrow she is getting engaged to Rishi, and she invites Shalu to see the big party of her life, which will be the last for her. She says once Lakshmi goes away from here, you will not get a chance to even peep inside the house, and Shalu angrily ends the call, and Barney asks if Rishi agreed to really marry Malishka. Karishma planned the menu for the engagement. Kiran plans to get the cake. Neelam says she will call the jeweler to select the engagement ring. Karishma asks Malishka to come in the afternoon. Neelam says she will call the designer. Karishma asks Malishka to come on time, and she feels happy. Grandma comes there and asks that what is happening. Malishka says Rishi and I will be getting engaged tomorrow. Abe thanks Virendra for his understanding. Virendra says they should support the children. Grandma holds Rishi's hand. Rishi lifts her hand and goes. Karishma says she will make the guest list. Grandma asks, can I say something? Neelam asks Grandma to talk. Grandma says Rishi is still married. Neelam says that is why we are getting him engaged. It is just a promise ring. Karishma says if someone objects, we can say that the person is not in support. Neelam says she is feeling relaxed and peaceful. Karishma says everything is going to be good in our family. Neelam says everything will be fine now. Lakshmi is in her room and she thinks of Rishi and Malishka's words. She thinks of her moments with Rishi and she cried. Shalu blames herself for Rishi and Malishka's engagement. Barney nods that no. Lakshmi gets Shalu's call and picks it. Barney is on the call and she asks if Lakshmi is fine. Lakshmi asks if Shalu is with Barney. Barney asks if Lakshmi is fine. Lakshmi says you know that your sister is strong and brave, and she asks Barney not to worry, but Barney asks again if Lakshmi is fine. Lakshmi says to Barney that I know that Malishka had called you. She asks them not to worry and says she is really fine. Barney asks Lakshmi to talk. Lakshmi says I am fine. She says what is the big deal if Rishi wants to get engaged to someone? It doesn't matter. I am fine. She says she is not feeling bad because she has come here for some days. She ends the call and cries. Shalu says she is shattered and she is in pain. She blames herself for Lakshmi's pain. Lakshmi looks at Rishi's photo frame on the wall and says you had never said that you love me and you want to be with me. Then why did I feel and think like this? She says I am feeling so much pain and you are responsible for this pain. I thought this 1-year marriage to be of a relationship of 7 baht when it is not even real. She cries. Rishi comes to the study room. Virendra comes there and asks if he is busy. Rishi says no and he asks him to sit. Virendra says I know you have grown up and you have understanding and you can take your own decisions. He asks Rishi not to take decisions in a hurry, but he should take it after a thought. Rishi says if Lakshmi had not come into my life, then I would have married Malishka by now and she would have been staying with us as the Obrays. He asks if Virendra came to ask if he had taken wrong decision to marry Malishka. Virendra says no, I am with you in this condition. Rishi asks him. He says, did you came here to tell me that I have taken the wrong decision? Virendra asks Rishi not to take any decision in anger. Ayush comes there and says Neelam said that you are getting engaged to Malishka. Rishi says she said right. Ayush asks if Rishi is happy. Rishi says if Malishka is happy, then I am happy. Virendra says I am with you. Ayush says I am with you always, even if she is Malishka or any other woman. Rishi hugs him and then thanks Virendra. Ayush gets sad. Virendra asks Rishi to go and sleep. Rishi goes. Lakshmi comes out of the room and she is about to collide with Rishi. They stop. Rishi says if you want, then I can sleep elsewhere. Lakshmi says I have no problem. Sleep wherever you want to sleep. Rishi asks Lakshmi to tell him if she is angry because he cannot sleep in such situation. Lakshmi thinks that she is angry because Rishi is leaving her again. She asks if Rishi would do as she says. Rishi says no. He says you must be happy about my decision. Lakshmi says I will be happy if you are fine. Rishi asks Lakshmi to remember this and says even I am happy with my decision, and he comes inside the room. Lakshmi asks Rishi that why is he getting engaged to Malishka? Is it to take revenge from her? Rishi asks, do I love you? Do we have any relationship? No. In fact, I don't feel for you. You don't matter to me. In fact, your sadness, your crying or your happiness doesn't matter to me. He says previously, we had girl and boy type feeling, but not anymore. He says everyone knows that you are here for money. He says good night and he closes his eyes to sleep. Lakshmi cries and wipes her tears. Ahana peeps inside their room and sees Lakshmi crying. A song plays in the background. Devika tells Ahana that she came to know about Rishi's engagement. She says she is feeling bad even though she comes to know about Lakshmi's truth. Ahana says she saw Lakshmi crying. Devika says we don't like Malishka. Ahana says even me. Sonia tells Karishma that Lakshmi has hit axe on her leg. Karishma says she did this intentionally and she ruined our family respect. She did the right thing for us. Sonia says, I wish I have magic band to make these 3 months become 3 seconds. Karishma says it will be 3 seconds for Malishka and Rishi and it will be 3 years for Lakshmi. Lakshmi thinks that even 3 baths are not sufficient if you are with me. She says, I wish even you should feel the same for me, what I feel for you. She says, you are not a good husband, but you are a good human. She says, you married me keeping me in the dark. She says, I have seen that you are a good person. I had left you and your house, but you did not leave me and you supported me every time. Lakshmi thinks that I should hate Rishi after knowing the truth, but she asks that why are you so good? She says, I know that you love Malishka and you think that you would have engaged with her later. Lakshmi wishes that if Rishi had loved her even 1%, then she would have lived her life with it. Sonia tells Neelam that she doesn't have clothes to wear. Neelam says Malishka's designer is coming. She asks her to go and check her wardrobe. Malishka brings her designer, Richa, and says she will design for every one of us. Richa says she wants to take Rishi's measurement first. Karishma says there is no comparison between Malishka and Lakshmi. Malishka is really classy like us. Malishka says I am yours. Neelam praises Malishka and says you are ours. Malishka tells Richa that she will make her meet Rishi. Kiran says Malishka is happy. Neelam says we should have taken this decision before. She asks Karishma to call the decorator. Rishi throws the towel on the bed. Lakshmi comes there and picks it. Rishi says what would happen if I throw it on the bed? I will pick it later. Lakshmi asks when? In the night? She asks Rishi to change his habit. Rishi says he likes Malishka because Malishka doesn't dislike his habit and Lakshmi feels odd. Malishka comes there with Richa. Rishi asks if she is Richa, the famous Bollywood designer. Malishka says yes, and she tries some clothes on Rishi for their engagement. Rishi asks Malishka to choose anything for him, and he would wear it. Malishka says, I want you. Rishi says, you will get me. Malishka says, you are hot. Lakshmi is about to go. Richa tells Lakshmi that Malishka did not tell me about you, and says she will design clothes for Lakshmi too. Malishka says Lakshmi is not important. Rishi says Lakshmi is important because he is going to unite with Malishka due to Lakshmi, so they have to design clothes for Lakshmi too. Lakshmi says that she has many dresses, so they shouldn't design any dress for her. Rishi says Malishka and I will select outfit for you. Malishka asks if Rishi is angry with Lakshmi. Rishi says he dislikes Lakshmi now. Lakshmi hears Rishi and Malishka is happy. Virendra and Ayush are busy decorating the house. Ayush tells Virendra that Lakshmi organized your anniversary, but now she cannot. Virendra scolded Ayush for scratching his wound. He says the engagement should happen on an auspicious time, and Lakshmi looks on and she feels sad. Okay guys, thank you guys for watching. Please don't forget to check the comment section for the link to the next update once it is available. I will see you all again in my next video. Bye guys.